Well, that's fun. You guys let me know then. Patience is a virtue, so they say. But who are they and what do they know anyway? Your lies and schemes have cut me to the bone. I used to say that I'd rather be dead than alone. But if it's death or you, all I got to say is I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone with the wind. And I ain't ever coming back again. So dry your eyes and take a last look at someone who cares. I'm past the point where your tears move me. Now they just make me ill. You're just a bitter pill that I've had to swallow too long now, baby. And if it's death or you, all I got to say is I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone with the wind. And I ain't never coming back again. So what a horror this must be. You never thought I'd be the one to leave. But we've had our time in the sun. But now it's time for me to run. 'Cause if it's death or you, all I got to say is I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone with the wind. And I ain't never coming back again. Willie Nelson. Good God, I don't know, man. That guy's immortal, isn't he? What is he, about 190? Uh, it's so funny. I said I was going to make myself something to eat, and I never did. I never eat, man. It's like last thing on my list. First to be this, preaching. All jokes aside, have a great day. You seem cool as hell. Hell is pretty cool. It's a good place. What people don't understand about evil and hell is that, see, good can only be used for good. Evil can be used for anything. It doesn't have any rules. It's very dangerous, though, because evil and things like a lie. Well, imagine this. This is what a lie is. It's everything, it's nothing at all, at any point, and never, and always, and never at all. That's like, what? Oh, it's powerful. So, like, yeah, you can use evil to make more evil, which then will destroy itself. Um, but you can also use evil to make good, which is what mercy is. Mercy is evil. Did you know that? You're not supposed to have somebody withhold what you got coming. Give it to them. Full on, man. No mixing drinks. What kind of shit is that? Bible's all up in that warning about that. Don't be cutting the bill unless you know why you're cutting it. Because that would be the wicked servant, right? Cut it for the God we serve, not for yourself. And if you do it for him, boy, you can hack it all to pieces like you want. Cut the baby in half. Shall we sin more that grace abound? Ah, What about it's the bong. What about the bill at Applebee's? Um, hmm. I don't know. I haven't been to a restaurant in since 2020. McDonald's doesn't count, you know. I mean, um, inside of restaurants in 5 years, less than an hour's time in 5 years total. Not every year, total. Yes, I do actually, Lab. I am African American, I guess, because my lineage goes into Egypt, and my last name that I thought was Italian is actually African. And it's a strange name because from where it comes, they did your name actually meant something more than, you know, let's name the kid this. They had something called Bookends of Destiny, and if you look at my last name, it says Musa, which is Moses, and it says, and then Etna, which can mean mountain of fire, if you translate it all the way out. But in the Hebrew, it's like saying please everything, or everything please. Would that be Etna? No, it's not a cool name because some names, if you realize where they're from, it might throw like responsibility on top of you. You know, uh, I came from Christianity, and I don't beat up Christianity. I just look at it now and go, they don't know what they're doing. I know now that Jesus should not have been killed, as Paul said in Romans 2:12 to 14. And now that I've investigated and figured out what in the hell is this guy talking about, you know, let the dead bury the dead, and some of the very strange fish from the other side, all these cryptic things, there's purpose and meaning behind them. Uh, when he was trying to heal the withered hand, I'll put it this way: God has two hands, okay? And the withered hand, the left hand, it has a purpose too. And if you start a war, then it's brother against brother, hand against hand. Um, which is not a good seed to work from. What you want is laughter. That's a good seed. No more tears, kind of thing. The last living garden gnome. Get it right. And I'm a made man. Oh, yeah. You want insurance? A Velcro beard. Shit. I wish, man. I would take this thing off. Gone. Someday. I want it gone. Hmm. Ever heard of an oath? Yeah. I'm one of those people. You want to know about your book, that the great sword that's robbed peace from the earth? You've come to the right place. If the people here could understand our God and know our God, it would be a different place. Well, you shouldn't do that. Why in the hell would anyone hate their wife? Um, me and my wife, I would work side by side with her, spend all day with her, sleep in bed next to her, get up, wash each other in the shower, all of it. Never leave my side. If that is not how you feel about your woman, maybe you got the wrong woman. Or maybe she's got the wrong man. Yeah, I spend all day here because I'm preaching. I'm trying to reach theologians and any pastors, preachers, the Pope, any of these people. They're untouchable. I'm just a little squawk out here that has the theodicy. Do you know what a theodicy is? Have you ever wondered what evil is, why it's here, how God could be good? Is he really all powerful with all this evil going on? Well, I can explain all that. And when I do, I use one of these things to do it, okay? I use this and a Bible, and I'll explain to your world to you mathematically how you're screwed. And I'll use the Bible to do it too, if that's the kind of water that you understand. There's different kinds of water, okay? All of us, each of us, a bag of dirt, a pile of soil. Inside, a breath of life and a seed that's got to do something. And it's going to be either good or evil. And you know what? It all comes from one place. Read Isaiah 45:7. In the beginning, man created the heavens and the earth, and now the earth is destroyed. That sounds more accurate, I think. And then God said, let there be light. Religious forbids sex. Says who? Sex is married. I'm sorry you didn't have a celebration to announce it. When you have sex, you're married. That's how you consummate the marriage. It ain't my fault you didn't make a bunch of vows or make more of it. If you wanted the 15 seconds that you were able to last at the end of it, fine then. Okay. Maybe your marriage will last. But unless you actually think about it, of all the things that are required of being a husband and a good man and everything else, or even if you want to even be with this person, right? You can't just go changing it up, jump ship, go find another woman. Yeah, booty calls are cool, but do you know how many wives I had because of booty calls? Lots. They're all considered my wives. If they ever call upon me and they need something, I'm going to have to hand it over. That's how I roll. I don't stop loving people. Can you say that? Do you still love everybody that you've ever loved? I do. Nobody has ever been able to stop me from loving them. How's that feel? I don't know how to do that. I get it. Some people are just jacked up and whatever. I might keep distance so I don't get hurt, but I never stop loving anybody. Because when I see a person who is alive and breathing, there's a part of my God inside of them. Okay? I don't know how to cut the baby in half and give each person a piece. So instead, what our God does is he gives the baby to whoever's going to appreciate it more. And if that baby if you want an evil baby, that's what he'll give you. You get the desires of your heart. He always gives you the desires of your heart. And you're like, he can't tempt me. He can't give me evil. That would be tempting me. And it's like, it's not temptation. If you asked for it, is it? Ooh, wow. Pow! Didn't see that coming. Failure to take actions will result in a channel strike. All right. What actions would you like me to take? Just let me know. These people are crazy, man. They have YouTube things and he's got a little wrench there and everything. It looks intimidating. Here, let me see. Did you tell me what? If you cannot type. Look at these people you hackers are ridiculous. They only know how to get in everything. So type this, do that, click on that. Look, go get your own phone and stop using mine, will you? Come on. Channel strike. Strike this. Can you read between the lines? I am White Rabbit, the rabid rabbi. The only reason you can even hamper and try to bother me is because I give out my phone number, which is 716-229-1343. And whoever can get a theologian on my phone, I'm going to give them my house. Because I got a problem with a Bible and a book that's ruining our world, and I want to get it taken care of. You get me a theologian on my phone. Somebody who I can hear this going out on the news that we screwed up in our Bible. And you know what? I'll give you my freaking house or whatever else it is you want. What do you want from me to hear get me heard? Strike. Go ahead. Go ahead and knock my channel out. It'll be one you know what? I guess maybe I'll just stop then. They should be able to find me if there's God, right? Y'all should be able to find the person that can help you out. I'll tell you what, he's been sitting in your mirror for your entire life every time you looked at your own face. Son of man. Get to work. I know, these eyebrows, I trimmed them. Oh my God, these eyebrows, you should have seen them before. They were like, I found my car keys though. I lost one of my sets of car keys. Yeah, I started trimming this one. All of a sudden the radio's like, whoa, what the? I'm like, oh, whoa, there they are. That's right. I totally forgot. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? You guys, man. I'm serious about this stuff, man. Don't you guys go to church? Don't you have parents or somebody that cares about you and worries about like the state of the world or which way it's going? You know, all us old piece of shit people, we can see it happening. It's crumbling right before your eyes and you can't even see it. It's terrible. It is it's everything this book warns us about. It's insane. Biker Santa. Oh man, I can't wait to get my bike going. You know what's going to happen? I am a frustrated, forget it kind of person. I just walk away. I walked away from a company that I was making 6 figures. I own the company. And I just said, fuck it. I can't take it anymore. I'm out of here. And that's what's going to happen. I wonder what the rest of my life will be like watching you guys destroy the world. And they'll probably, you know what'll happen? I'll hear that you're looking for me. Yeah, this guy knew the book, man. He could explain it, like, because it's simple. It is so fucking simple. It's a sword, see? And you can use it as a shovel, and you might as well dig a hole to bury yourself, or you can turn it into, I don't know, whatever kind of demon disaster thing it is that you want to bring upon each other in an unloving kind of way. Yeah. It's like that. And then who do we blame for that? Who gets the award? You ready? Right here. Wait, that was 7. What? How can it all get destroyed? How can we do all this evil and what? The Lord still wins? Yes, because he reaps where he hasn't sown. You plant it, he plucks it. And he don't care. He doesn't think like that. The only thing he cares about is that the two sides of you, the light side and the dark side, are both listening. So if you ever hear the Lord call your name twice, things are serious. They're about to get real serious. Better chase your dreams in life because the clock is ticking. Someday is a disease that will take your dreams to the grave with you. A vision without action. Is that your own quote? I like that. Did you know that I invented a quote? I could go grab where I tried to get it patented, and I was told that it was not worthy of a patent. But the idea was it was the cure for procrastination. The cure for procrastination. Don't procrastinate today. Put it off until tomorrow. So you have to have the disease in order to be cured. That's fullness. That's truth. I like stuff like that. Fire. Bro is sold. His son is a dinosaur. No, 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 no. My mom was a dinosaur that was screwing gorillas down the street, while my father was in the Triple K, wondering how his white as snow wife was down there getting the anaconda. Yeah, that was my mom. Well, actually, that wasn't my mom, because my real mom was actually my sister, because my real dad and all his friends were on to my little, well, no, I guess she wasn't my sister, or she was my mom. I don't know what she was. But that child was born in 1964, the year of the dragon. Uh-oh. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got one right on my heart. Right there. Looks like a sheep, speaks like a dragon. Hi. Nice to meet you. You ready to eat? Yeah, that was a bad tag to get. But I have lots of marks like that I got before I was a Christian. Way before. And then it's like, then you see them after the fact and you're like, how could you get something before it would mean something, right? And I have all kinds of that stuff in my life. My father was a carpenter. He was also a fisherman, but he's also a volunteer fireman, which is the Satan. My mother's name means sorrows. I was born in Buffalo, New York. That's an ox, but Buffalo is also called the City of Light. I left home when I was 14, just like Jesus did. I returned when I was 30, like he did, except I wasn't the one being buried. That was to bury my mother on her birthday. And then I joined the Marine Corps. And, well, no, that was after that. That was after I got out of the Marine Corps. But yeah, like as a child, do you know, if you're in any of that mystical religious stuff, you know where they took the eclipse and they drew a little X? If you go to the middle of that X, you're going to find a place that I lived. Right in the center of that X. I lived there for 3 days. It was a jail because I was a thief in the night. And I spent 3 days in Metropolis, Illinois, the home of Superman. And you want to know what kind of car I stole? It's funny, a Caprice Classic from my foster parents. You want to know what their last name was? Von Haslin, which means from hate. Hate, from hate. And I ran from them. And I wound up in the city with the man that came with the clouds. And I was taken captive there and held for 3 days until I went to my trial. And then, well, when I was the night before my trial, I decided it would be best to rob a gas station and steal 9 cars trying to get away. Yeah, I was a criminal. I did all that before I was 15. I can laugh about it now. You know, I feel like, remember John Candy? And that movie, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, that was filmed right where I'm at right now. My first apartment that I had here, I could look out the window and I could see the bench that John Candy sat on at the train station. And that was my mom's favorite movie. But it reminds me of John Candy when, like, they go flying between these two trucks and fire, right? And he's like, and he's like, we're okay. We can laugh now. And it's like, yeah, that's all funny to laugh about, but that doesn't happen, when there's nuclear war. And that's what I need to avert. Take me to your leaders. Okay? Uh-oh. You broke the rules, sir. Sorry. You have to go. Just a joke, by the way. Oh, no, 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 no. You guys can joke with me. I don't like hackers. Um, Here. Let me tell you why I don't like hackers. Hi. I'm Sheriff Kincaid. Enough said? I'm building the biggest honey pot that there ever was. And then we'll go in reverse. We'll kick the goads. Keep feeding me. Every packet that comes across them routers, you're like putting yourself in danger. If you enjoy your current state of employment. People are unbelievable, man. It's like the things that what bums me out. This is why if I caught somebody hacking, this is my new law for the world. If you're caught coming across a wire invisibly, you're no better than some type of spirit. Now, we're supposed to destroy evil, so I think that should be death penalty. How's that sound? Death penalty. If you do that to 3 or 4 people, how many people do you think are going to be sitting on the end of a connection that you can trace in the other direction? None. Kill them all. Let God sort it out. I was in the Marines. That's how we do things. The cheer is "Oorah," which is Hebrew for "go evil." We use evil for good. Devil dogs. Oh, I don't like bad people. They need to be dealt with harshly and quickly so it doesn't spread. Red-blooded American is like from I don't know. Oh yeah, what's blowing in my eye here? I think I got an eyelash in my eye. That's why it's nice not to cut and trim anything. Like if you get if I don't trim my eyebrows, they get to be like this long. Like really, they go all the way up to here. If that gets in your eye, then it's like a hair. There's no fishing around, scratching your eye, digging in your eye. You just go, oh, I grab this end and I go, whoop. Okay, it's out of my eye now. As soon as you start trimming and cutting and chopping things into pieces, you wind up with little pieces that you can't manage. And that's, as a general rule, you want everything all in one pile. Dust is a bitch when the wind blows. But you can contain it, right? You need water. Do you want to know why I even know that? To think of it like that? Because of a book that I found. I was walking down the street. Okay, hold on. Here, I'll show you. Let me show you. Check this out. See this little book here? What is treasure, right? It's when you find something that's worth like some coin, right? Could be gold. You don't know what it is. I wasn't walking. I was driving down the street, and I don't think I was the one to run it over, but this book was in the road, right in my path. And when there's a book in my path, I stop. I don't care if it's a little book, a big book. You know, sometimes I've been embarrassed because it was just a matchbook. But if there's a book, I stop and grab it. And you know what's odd? I can't read. I can't read. I'm confessing that I've read less than like 10. Did I say that right? Read less. Yeah. Sometimes I'll say led less. I've read less than like 10 books my entire life. And the ones that I have read, they're, kind of don't count. Comic books. I read when I first felt called to God, I was so happy because I found the little book of Mother Teresa, which was like, I don't know, 80 pages, and all I found out was them Catholic women are, don't mess with her, man. That woman was mean as hell. And I read that little book, and what did I do? I actually gave it to somebody else because you think that I would have kept that because it was like a trophy. I actually read this. I haven't read all of this. I've listened to it. But this is Pilgrim's Progress. Pilgrim's Progress. And in this book, he talks about how God is working behind the scenes. And they're trying to clean out this room, but it's all dusty. And the guy starts sweeping. He's going to work, but it's like all dust. It's dry, and it's a bitch. You're in a dusty room, stirring up more dust, trying to sweep dust. It's like, okay. And then what does the guy do? Sprinkles some water around. That's just talking about the Word of God helping us. And there's two kinds of water we're going to water this place with. Either we water it from above, or there's going to be water from below on the face of the ground, as in, because we're fighting with a stupid book. And it's not actually, oh man. I am very sorry. I shouldn't say that, because the Word is God. I'm just so frustrated right now, That's something where Moses wouldn't make it in the promised land. He'd say, you should have displayed more faith before the people. And you called my word stupid? And I'd be like, sitting there watching everybody go as I teach them what to do. Well, what did Moses say? You're all just going to destroy each other. And I have no more hope than he did. And my clock decides, no. Of course. I hate the descending tone. It's like, ugh. Bad. Christ is king. No. No, you are king. Christ is King of Kings. Get it right. The land that you're supposed to be ruling over, you're looking at it. Yours. Go look in the mirror. You're just a dirt bag with the Spirit of the Lord inside you. Go make sure it's oriented in the right direction so that they can see him from behind and not in front. So in other words, what I'm saying is, you as a son of man, you have to serve one of two fathers. Either Father God or the father of lies. You get no choice. One or the other. You can't do both. Jesus said so, I believe it. And so that means that you are either a son of God or a son of perdition. And the sons always do what they see their fathers doing, plural. So if I've seen you, I've seen your father. You don't realize how much authority you actually have. It was given to you in Genesis. Go, rule over all the earth, over this, that, blunk, and even over what? The things that creep on the ground. So guess what happened when Satan screwed you? He became your bitch. But yet he's still running around with all this, whoa, Satan, Satan. I ain't afraid of Satan. Give him my phone number, give him my address. Get his ass over here. I'll beat his ass bloody. I'll show you his head. What do you want? Wake up. Take responsibility. Your book is screwing us. Because you don't know your God. Hey, don't flood with all that crazy stuff. All right? I'll have to punch you out. What about the Jews? You mean O.J. Simpson, the Jews? He died already. I'm from Buffalo, New York. You know, Buffalo Bills 32, the Jews. The Jews are no worse off than anybody else. The Christians got it wrong because they think it was okay to kill Jesus. Paul said no, and I agree, and I can prove and show why. The Jews think that Jesus was not the Messiah, which he most certainly was. Okay, is, if he's still living and can actually come back, but was definitely the Messiah, because they don't understand how their own prophecy system is set up. Prophecy can be fulfilled in one of two ways, but the Lord always does it. He does it from afar, or he does it locally, hemmed in from front and behind. Okay, and the best example I can give you is in the book of Jonah. Because Jonah says what? What does Jonah say? After Deuteronomy and all of that stuff about if a prophet says this and it doesn't happen, what did he say? What did he say? Yet 40 days. And that 40 should be an indication for you, because that just talks about a test. A test of God is four spirits, 10. Perfection of God. Okay? If it was the ultimate test in going to heaven, it'd be like 4,000 or something, because it would be the test times 1,000 instead of 400. Are there any 4,000s in the Bible? That'd be interesting to look at. That number, if it exists, will have that kind of meaning. Trust me. And if you don't trust me, please don't. And go look, and then come back and go, you were right. Or go tell somebody else that I was right. Because I'm always right. I'm sick of being right. Because I understand this book so clearly, the way it's written. I know what's going to happen as I'm reading, because I can see it forming like a I don't know. It's like it can only work one way. It's a machine. We're in this thing, you know. It's like, and the book describes it. And even the book warns us of the great sword that takes peace from the earth. That's the Bible. Look at the Middle East. What's at the root of it? Where do they get their information from? It's kind of like if it didn't exist, we would kind of develop as God from our own perspective, right? We would, but does that mean that God wouldn't be here? That's so far off base. It couldn't. No, God would still be here, but he's inside of us. Where do you think your breath of life comes from? It's like, it's one. We're all of one body, one mind, one spirit, and we don't know it. We separate ourselves and go, you know. So you tell me, if you're into Islam, where did you get your breath of life from? Guess what? We're family. Jews, where did you get your breath of life from? Guess what? We're family. Christians, where'd you get your breath of life from? Guess what? We're family. I don't care what it is. Satan, whatever. Family. Oh, man. Also, the language that Centurion used strongly implies these two men of having had was better than. Yeah, we don't need any of that, okay? This isn't about that. If that's what you want to do, or that's the kind of thing you're interested in, I'm not judging you for it. I'm saying that you've already been judged, because that's considered abomination, and the judgment is to be cut off from your tribe and your bloodline severed. And if that's the kind of thing that you are into, I would say Israel. God prevails. That's what Israel means. God prevails. Some people say it means one who wrestles with God, struggles with God. Well, I guess I could reduce it to one word. If that's how you define it, then I'm going to just say loser. Loser. Okay? Or loser. My camera's backwards. Loser. Struggles with God? Loser. What was the difference between Jacob? Jacob said, I will not let you've not lost if you're blessed. I will not let go until you bless me, beat me, hurt me, ruin me. I'm not going to let go. I will be vindicated. My presence in my life, all the things I've done, even suffering, will be vindicated. Because why? He created me. And I know I serve a good God. So I'm not going to my grave going, he did something bad. I want everything that has ever happened to me, all the suffering I've been through in my whole life, homeless at the age of 14. It wasn't such a bad gig. It's different at that age. You don't have any parents. You're just running around wild, doing whatever you want. And then when it starts getting to be time to eat, you know what? There might be a night or two where guess what? You couldn't get it into your friend's house. And the school wasn't open. There was no sports going on or whatever. You couldn't get any food. And so what did you do then? Right? Now I know I'd go looking around for gardens because it was summertime. I would have been looking. I would have been rabbiting, right? Like just, okay, it's growing. That's providence of God. Thank you. You can't take that. I planted it. Hey, that's God's earth. All in the earth is holy and all that's in it. And that's coming out of it, and I need it. Thank you. But look it, back in the day when McDonald's didn't lock their dumpster, you'd go throw a shitload of newspapers in there or whatever. And when they went out at the end of the night throwing all the junk in the dumpster, guess what? Free food. Or if you had friends that were working, they would just give you food. They'd steal for you. So it's like, yeah, homeless at 14, I don't know. I made it. It could have been very, very bad. I would rather be homeless at 14 than homeless at my age. Who in the hell's going to take me in? I had a widow take me in off the streets when I was 14 because she caught me sleeping. It was raining the night before. I needed cover. Well, that's when you don't sleep in a tree or wherever. And I went to, it was a Friday. I knew I couldn't go to my foster parents' house because sometimes I could break into the garage. But he worked on Saturdays. So if I was in there sleeping on a Friday night, he'd find me Saturday morning and I'd probably get in some trouble or something. So I just took off and find someplace else. And a widow caught me sleeping. The kids went and got her. They said, there's some man sleeping in our playhouse. And it's like, I was like not even barely 15. And she woke me up. She put a broomstick right in this thing. Stick your finger in there. Don't push too hard. But right in there. And she had me pinned to the ground, man, like some jiu-jitsu master or some shit. And she's like, what are you doing in there? I'm like, I busted into tears, I mean, immediately, came the truth. I was out drinking with my friends last night, and I don't have a home, and I don't have no place, and it was raining, and I know all the places I can sleep, and Well, guess what? She said, "You look like you're hungry. Come inside." And she literally made me a part of her family. And what was odd was that her family was even more messed up than my family. She'd suffered so much hurt because her husband died. He got hit with a rock in the forehead and died like 3 days later, laying in his bed. And she was a wino, and her life was just shit because she lost her husband. I kind of feel like that myself now. Only it isn't a husband. I've lost my bride, and you're a part of that. Hey, I got 100%. I should make a sandwich. What do you think? I think that's a good idea. Let me see if I can unhook you without breaking that. I had to use the the old crazy glue whatever thingy. Yeah, my tripod mount took a crap. It got busted. It got narked. Anyway, so what do we got here? We got any good comments or anything? It is not blasphemy, for he was a perfect man according to God, and science backs up his biology. Whoa, what? It is not blasphemy, for he was a perfect man according to God, and science backs this up. What? It's blasphemy because you are claiming God indulges. Hold it. I'm gonna stop your fight right now. You ready? God does not indulge. Whoa. God does not indulge in carnal sin. Unless, now are you talking about Yahweh as being God? Or are you saying God Elohim? Because you are Elohim. Jesus said it. If he called them gods to whom the word came, and he was the word, and who did he come to? Us. So what does that make us? Gods, small g. Small g. And it even explains all this of Jesus' perspective of this situation. And it's a situation, you can't get out of it. It is how it is, right? If he called them gods to whom the word came, and Jesus came to us and calling himself the word, then it's his fault. I'm a small g God. But when you can read that book and you can understand how he took it, what his perspective of was that, right? Although he was a son, he learned from suffering. He was just like us. He didn't consider it something to be grasped. The same spirit that the Lord has, God, is inside of you. It's the breath of life. He breathed his breath of life into you, and you became a living soul. Unfortunately, his breath is both good and evil, I guess, if you want to say that. But as far as creating evil, he doesn't get involved in it. If he needs it to be done, he has to make it because somebody has requested it, as in to make it. And that's when he does it. And so he finds somebody evil to do it for him. Some people are doing evil on their own. The only way for him to destroy evil is to fight evil with evil, which just means, tribulation. Everything increases. It's like a roaring fire that just won't go out, because the fire was made by, it was what? Those who were consumed by the fire were the ones who built the fire. Or the ones who built the fire were the ones who were consumed by the fire. All of these teachings apply to us. Don't read the book of Daniel and think that that just means that, the king had a few guys and they made a furnace and, everything got burnt off of them and they survived. But the Son of Man was in there. Yeah, I don't know who in the hell teaches what or where in the hell they came up with how to look at this book, but it's fucking screwing us bad. Very bad. All right, here we go. Sandwich. You know what? This should be on toast. Maybe I'll make a triple decker. Woo! How many slices do I got in here? Do I got 3? 1, 2, 3 and a heel. It's gonna be a double decker. All right, we'll toast them all. Boom, boom, boom. There they are. We'll get them in. We'll go low, light on the toast. Pow, pow. We're down. Save the heels for the birds. Okay, you're done. See you later. Lettuce, onion. Or I mean, tomato and onion. My bad. I was, where's my cutting board? Is that downstairs? All right. That's all good. Here. Need a knife. Knife sharpener. Woo, baby. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Okay. That. Should we put a little oil and mayo on there? I got a center bread, so it'll catch. We're on. Yes. All right, we need mayo. Woo! Let's make a sandwich. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man. I have the 2 last pieces of cheese. These have been in there a while. I gotta eat it. We don't waste food around here. Tastes all right. It'll be all right. Mayo. Mm-hmm. Bam. Bam. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to have enough. Yes, I am one of them people that will dig into my condiment jar and like portion out just enough to put on my sandwich so I don't cross-contaminate stuff. Yes, that's my level of OCD. I would also add, however, that had you listened to my advice, there wouldn't have been a big pandemic. That's up to you guys. I can show you God, but you have to walk through the door. That's up to you. Our God is very real. He will only appear if he can do it through you. Hard teaching, I know. It's just the way it is. That spirit is inside of you. He needs a body. You want him to show up? Be the body. Oh, this is going to be great. All right. I think I went too crazy with the mayo there. All right, so mayo on one side. Nice. I'm just going to take my time like a artisan, you know. Some pepper. There's one. Now we throw some, now we just need some meat. Holy hypocrite. What? What happened? I can be who I want to be. Well, everybody can be who they want to be. Whoever you are shows who your father is the point. The sons always do what they see their father doing. So when I see you, intensive care unit, I've seen your father. See how that works? It's pretty simple, ain't it? Oh, wow, look at this thing. Okay, do we want one more in here? Okay, yeah, what the hell? There's only 3 cents. Okay, yeah. All right. So we got that. Come on, stay on there. I'm trying to arrange the meat so that it stays. So we've used up this. Come on. All right. Plastic. We don't throw plastic out. It gets stored till they figure out how in the hell they can do something with it useful. Okay. All right, so more mayo on this, the middle bun. I'm kind of making like a homemade Big Mac on a square sandwich, right? Big Mac had a little middle thing there. And you know what? I think McDonald's is worthy of a little blast there, aren't they? Been around forever. And the thing was, is you always knew what you were going to get. You know, you don't go there and order something and it doesn't taste like, you know, what you expect. No variety whatsoever. But then what wound up happening? What? Oh crap! I forgot all about tomatoes and stuff. Get out of there, man! I got to disassemble. Look at that. Oh boy. And it's all sitting right in front of me. It's because I'm not focused. All right. Tomato. Okay, yeah. Look at that. Beauty. Okay. Get some tomato in there. All right. I need some onion. I discovered something really cool. Spanish onion is really, that was good. I almost chopped my finger off there. Yeah, Spanish onion now I'm finding is really, I don't know, it's different, I guess, because I'm just sick of all the other onions. I've never had them before. So I want it being really tasty. Oh, yeah. You do know why they call me Rabbit, right? All right. There's layer one. I'm going to call this bad boy the Dagwood. Pow. Pow. Get some mail. Oh, yeah. A little salt. Pepper. All right. What do we need? We need more meat. Come on. Uh-oh. Hate when that happens. I like to get the meat shaved, but it makes it difficult because when you try to tear it apart, it just wants to... I'm trying to grab slices and not just tear it into pieces, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have a choice here. Oh, there we go. But it's nice when it's shaved because then you can pile it on, you know, like in the pictures. You know, when you get there and it looks like your hamburger, like somebody had it in their back pocket and then drove home with it, you know, for about 45 minutes and then gave it to you. And you're going, that doesn't look like the picture. You ever see that movie Falling Down with Michael, who is that, Mike Douglas? All right. Oh, wow. Here, I'll show you so far where we're at. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah! All right. Pow, more salt, some pepper. Ooh, yeah, baby. All right, looks good. That's like the one she makes sandwiches, and she's like, hungry? Want me to make you a sandwich? She's cute. I see something like that, and all I think of is, no, I don't want you to make me a marriage contract. I want you to make me a... Oh, wait. Spoiler alert. No, I don't want you to make me a sandwich. I want you to make me a marriage contract. You know, it's like... You're cute and you can make sandwiches? Hell yeah. What the hell more can I ask for? All right. Do you know the difference between a refrigerator and a homosexual? A refrigerator doesn't fart when you pull the meat out. I remember those old jokes. But it's the truth, right? I mean, it's not really a joke. It's a fact. Okay. So we're shaving off a piece of onion here. Try and get it nice and thin. Okay. Stop eating it. Okay, so we need oil. What kind of oil we want to use? Let's use this. So we're going to oil the sandwich and vinegar. And I always pour into a small cup so you can't drown the thing, right? There we go. Looks good. Here it comes, baby. Do it right. As Superman has landed. Oh, woo! Yes! This thing is looking like wild, man. All right. Need some vinegar. Just a bit. Over the top. Splash. Pow. All right. Are we on board? Do I want more onion? Oh, yeah. Why not? Here. Oh, wait. Well, if we're going to do that, we got to get some more tomato in there. Just a little slice. Yeah, a little, maybe a slice and a half or two. Nothing big deal. Oh, yeah. You want to see it? There she is. All right. Your what? What do you say? Who's homophobic? Kick him out of here. There's nothing to be afraid of on my channel. I'm a person that says fear not, and I'm going to bite this. Oh, hell yeah. Lord God, thank you so much. Oh. I'm sorry about that. That's what you saw there was kind of leftovers from my first marriage. Not the food, no. See, when she used to cook, we used to pray after we ate. Oh, good Lord, let it all be good. Oh my God, what the hell was that we just ate? Being gay is a free choice. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's a free choice. I think it's something that you can't deny. It's like an innate thing, you know. Uh, the only problem is it can't produce children. So it. Maybe you don't want children. That's fine. Um, to each his own. Oh man. I had all the windows closed. Nothing out there I care to see. Mm. Can I say something about what you just said about sin? Um, you said that sins are not normal slash acceptable unless you're an atheist. Actually, that's not true. Um, Sins are not acceptable if you're a devil, because then you feel you need to judge somebody. Now, if what you're trying to tell this person is that, do you realize you're not going to be able to have any kids according to what my God, and then they say they don't care about a blessing, then they don't care about being attached to their own bloodline and tribe and all that, and you just honestly, if you see the works of somebody and it's not of your own father, it's like, just avoid it, stay away from it, because you're not to judge another master's servant. If somebody is doing something that you feel is ungodly, that makes them another master's servant, and just you coming to that realization that they are sinning means you should shut your mouth, keep it in your secret place, and go away. And trust in our God. He'll take care of it in His time. Like as in cut off from your bloodline, bloodline severed, etc. In His time, the tree withers and goes away. We are not to cut any trees down. That's bad. That's way bad. Since children are not technically trained, okay, in which way they should go, I don't know how other people feel when they're going to get old without having any kids, but it's going to be pretty damn rough for me because I'm not going to have anybody to help me out. Nobody. Here's to nobody. That's a crazy sandwich, huh? I'm still finishing the last bites. Mm. What do I eat for breakfast usually? Nothing. I'm not I'm not saying that I wouldn't like to have breakfast and have a normal, go back to normal what my life used to be like. Yeah. Probably like eggs, bacon. Um, you're like, you're a Jew, you can't have bacon. I don't know. You can make hot dogs and bacon out of beef. Dude, beef is good anytime. Oh yeah. All right. Back to the chair. Really? Kind of weird. What do we get? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not 8. That's Jesus' number. Me, yeah, I'm a medium rare kind of guy. All right, guys. Well, I wanted to get some guitar in there, and I didn't really expect to sit down and start chatting and everything, but um, I don't know where to start to or who I should talk to. There should be, because the Bible affects the world and peace and everything else, there needs to be like a consortium, like what they did in the Council of Nicaea. And that's what I'm pushing for. That's what I want. I want another Council of Nicaea where all the big heads can get together and talk about this God that's got us in its grips, and we can figure out what we're doing and maybe what we shouldn't be doing. And I want in on that. So if you think that's a good idea, make it happen. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take off. So, but I'll catch you guys later. I love you much. Shalom, shalom.